All right, I've got a Valentine's wreath. I'm continuing to use these 3D wreath forms from Dollar Tree. I also have this little glittery cherub. I covered him in Mod Podge. Anytime I have something glittery and I want to keep the glitter on, I coat it with a very light coat of Mod Podge. That seems to work really well for me, but just be aware that if you use the matte, it'll dull the shine just a little bit. I am going to wrap this wreath form in some crushed Panay velvet. I just have a really long strip, probably 60 inches long and about 3/4 of an inch wide. I do enjoy wrapping wreath forms. I think it just gives them another layer of texture and color, so you'll see me use this technique a lot. So I'm just going to go around the whole thing, and I generally do not glue the fabric down again, but it happens sometimes just if I feel like it's going to pull up, but it tends to work pretty well. So I've removed the top metal spring from this wreath because I'm not going to need it, but I left the bottom one on, and now I'm going to add these hydrangea bushes. I actually got these from a store called Pop Shelf. If you haven't been there, you should definitely check it out. They have some really cool craft supplies, different decorative items. So I've got different pieces of floral, and when I'm working on a wreath form, I like to add a layer of the leaves from any floral arrangement. I think it adds a good base. So I've wired on my cherub. Sorry I didn't get any footage of that, but I've just started layering my pieces on of different florals, and now I'm adding these different kind of flowers, and that just gives wreaths more of a custom look when you have different types of floral arrangements. I always pull my florals apart when I buy them, and I like to use 4 or 5 different styles of flowers and leaves when I'm working on any type of wreath. And I'm kind of going with an offset look to this cherub, so he's going to hang out to one side of the wreath as opposed to in the middle because of how he's laying. So what I realized as I was working through this, and a big tip for you guys, is when you're working on a wreath, don't leave it laying flat on your table. Pick it up as if you were going to have it hanging on the wall or a door. It will make a tremendous difference in your finished product, and you'll see what I mean here in just a minute. What I realized is there's this big gap, and you can see all of my work if the wreath was hanging up. So I knew I needed to add a flower. I also added some little, I think they're like little daisies in here as well, just to make it not look so much like Christmas with the red and green. I thought the white and yellow was a fun kind of bright springy touch. So I'm definitely going to add this floral on the back here to kind of cover where this cherub is wired. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So I end up adding a few other embellishments, and I'll give you guys a look at the finished product here. I added a few other greenery pieces as well as those glittery hearts. They're just little glittery paper heart picks. So hope you enjoy. Thank you.